guys, today we're going to be chatting all about the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is a brand new unreleased concealer that I was lucky enough to get at Gen Beauty. It's going to be out June 15th. Quick little bit of housekeeping to get out of the way. I've got two giveaways on the go right now. One on my Instagram for Makeup Forever Aqua XL eye pencils, and another for the limited edition Jaclyn Hill face palette, the Champagne Pop collaboration. So be sure to enter those. I will link to them both down below. But let's go ahead and get chatting about this concealer. So this is a brand new concealer to Too Faced line in conjunction with their Born This Way foundation, which I've actually never tried, but this has gorgeous packaging, looks very similar and chic to the Born This Way foundation. It's got gold and black, which I love. Anything that has gold on it. It comes with a doe foot applicator, and there's a good bit of product in here. It's about the same as what you would get in your NARS creamy concealer, and I would say it's definitely comparable to that. It's got a really good amount of coverage in here. I'm going to show you a demo of me using it. I also used it in a recent face of the day if you want to see it in action, but as you can see, I just kind of put it under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, on my chin, a little bit on my forehead for highlighting. I'm wearing this in medium tan, which I feel like is a really good match for me. It's just enough to give me some brightness, but not so much that's going to look really stark on my face. I like using this and blending it in with my finger. I've used it with a beauty blender and with a brush. They all work really, really good. I like to put it under my eyes and then just leave it for maybe like 30 seconds, then start blending it out so I don't lose any coverage. But I would say it is a really, really high coverage. I've never used it on any acne scarring or anything like that before. I definitely like this for my under eyes. It also is said to have a whole bunch of really good benefits. So it's got like coconut oil, alpine rose, and then it also has hyaluronic acid, which is supposed to be really good for your skin. So it's nice to know that when you're putting it under your eyes, it's actually doing something really good for your skin as well. It comes in 10 different shades, so I think that's a pretty good amount for a concealer. It goes from like very fair all the way up to deep, and I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. I think I'm like shade 5, so that kind of gives you an indication of the amount of shade ranges. And I know that the Born This Way foundation had a bunch of different shades, and then they even extended that line. So I really like that Too Faced is kind of like stepping up their shade game, because you know that I love to complain about shade ranges, and some brands just like coming out with like 3 or 4 shades, and I'm like, what's even the point? So I really, really like this concealer. It's got good lasting power. I don't find it gets cakey or creasy under my eyes. You can kind of build it up. Of course, if you're gonna like pack on a ton of concealer, it will look a little bit cakey, but for the most part, like 2 layers, you're good to go. I like to set it with a kind of a banana powder. You can also bake with it. So it is a very user-friendly concealer, I guess you could say, and I have been really, really enjoying it. My only qualm about this foundation, and it's kind of a big one depending on how fat your wallet is and if you're American or Canadian. In Canada, this stuff is going to retail for $39 according to Too Faced website. In the United States, $28, so still a very high-end concealer, but $38 or $39? I believe it's $39. Checking. $39 Canadian. That's pricey for a concealer, and I really, really love this, so it's kind of a bummer. I'm hoping maybe Sephora will sell it for less, or maybe the price will come down a little bit when the Canadian dollar gets better. I get the Canadian dollar is horrible, so they can't like give it to us and make a loss when selling it to us, but yeah, it's gonna be kind of pricey. It is really nice, however, if you're a big fan of Too Faced, looking to try out a concealer, or if you're not like a huge concealer junkie and you just like want to buy one and not a ton of concealers, this could be the one for you. But overall, I really enjoy this. It says it is a naturally radiant concealer, and don't be scared by that if you have oily skin, because I have very oily skin and I don't find it slips and slides around my face. It's just not a really dry concealer, which I definitely appreciate, because under the eyes you don't want it to look really dry and really kind of crepey. So it kind of avoids that by having things in there like the alpine rose, coconut oil, and the hyaluronic acid. So overall, I'm really enjoying this concealer. Let me know if you enjoyed kind of a one product review. Generally, I don't do this kind of stuff on my channel unless it's for like a foundation, but if you'd like reviews on kind of singular products, concealers, mascaras, and that kind of stuff, be sure to let me know down below, and be sure to enter my giveaways as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, or Snapchat at SamanthaJNYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!